Hi, I'm Tim Alden with Alden School of Leather Trades. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the Cobra 5550 top stitcher. So it came on a pallet and this is pretty much how it is. So we got the box with all of our accessories and the head of the machine. The table's already set up with the motor and the speed reducer. So we're just going to cut the zip tie right here that's holding the thread holder off. So we're going to start with that. And this is going to go in the far back corner here. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up. Put that in there. The washer is going to go on the bottom side. Put that on hand tight, you can tighten it down later. Next you're going to want to get your box of accessories out. There's a couple of things that we're going to need to do. The oil pan is already in this machine, and so for starters, we're going to grab this little bag out here, and this is going to be the lifter for your foot pedal. The knee pad here pushes up, and this lifter will engage the machine to lift the foot pedal. So we want that extra spool holder there. Then we're going to get our little hinges here for the machine. Put those close by. Our plug for our light. Extra needles, and throw those in there, an extra fuse, your light switch, thread snips, screwdrivers, little wrench with a magnet on it, pretty sweet. Magnetic guide, throw that in there. Got some extra bobbins here, and a little oil holder. And 2 screws for our bobbin winder. We'll set those over there. So we've got our belt, our bobbin winder. We'll go ahead and grab our light here. The nut off of this. And so there's 2 washers here. We're going to put one on the top of the table and one on the bottom of the table. And so this is going to go, it's going to go in this back hole here. So pull that cord through and go right down through the top. So you can feed the washer and the nut back up the cord. So we can just hand tighten this for now. You can tighten it with a wrench later. So let's go ahead and put the plug end on our cord here. So we got our plug for our light cord, and you just insert the 2 wires there, and then we're gonna lay it down flat there, and this slides on where those 2 prongs hook into each of the wires. So that's how this little deal works. So we're going to slide that on. There's actually a plug right under on the back side of your on-off switch, and so we can plug that in right here. And then I just like to take the excess cord and use the twist tie that was on it, tie it out of the way. That way it doesn't get wrapped up in the belt or anything. So we're going to go ahead and next we're going to put the oil in the oil pan. This is a self-lubricating machine, and you'll notice that there's a low mark and high mark. We're just going to go towards the high. We're not going to go all the way to the high, but pretty full. So they send you with enough oil to fill this up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fill this reservoir up with oil. Try not to splash or spill. There's a screw down in this corner here, and that's if you ever need to drain this oil. I did go ahead and check to make sure that it was tight, but it should come already pre-tightened. And we're getting close to full. There we are. A little left over for next time. Now that we got that in, we're going to put our spare oil for future lubricating over here. And we're going to grab the head out of the box and place it on the machine here. Lay this down. Go ahead and set this on the table here. Just gonna make sure there's no styrofoam underneath it that we'll put in the oil pan. Make sure everything's clean in there, and then you can take your hinges and place them in the two holes on the back side of the machine. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this machine into the oil pan. Down. In there. Square. So we're going to take this belt on next. We're going to go over the top. Before you rotate the flywheel, you don't want to get this thread caught up in anything down here, the sample piece that they stitched with. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the thread out of the needle on the top side. The bottom thread we don't have to worry about. But if you rotate the flywheel and the thread gets tangled up under there, it's not that fun to get out. So then we're going to go down and place this belt. I'm going to use my thumb to kind of get it started here. I'm going to rotate the flywheel. It's really nice to have an extra person if you can here to help you. But you can do it by hand. I'm rotating the flywheel on the top and rotating the speed reducer. And so the belt is on there crooked, but it's correct on the back. Then I'm going to rotate the flywheel back till that belt is square and on there in the correct position. So now basically we just got to put our bobbin winder in place here. We've got our two screws here for, got two holes drilled here. And so you want to place this where it doesn't touch when it's disengaged, but you can engage it to wind a bobbin. And so that's a pretty good position. It's pretty close to the belt, but it's not touching. I'm going to suck the back one down first. Go ahead and get this one. And that's ready to go. So we're going to cut all of our practice thread away here. They have wrapped up on the top when they tested the machine out. So this is a good guide on how to thread the machine. If you leave some breadcrumbs, you can come back, know how to thread it. So we're going to go ahead and thread this machine. We're going to use size 46 thread, which is what I use typically for stitching on my boot tops. And you can just run it through the top eye. So if you've left your thread in through here, on the lighter weight thread, I don't do this on my heavier machines, but with the size 46 thread, your old thread and your new thread, so you can actually just tie these in an overhand knot. And to change your thread color or just rethread the machine, all you have to do is pull it through. Snip it off. And so the knot won't go through the needle. You'll have to rethread the needle, and it goes from the left to the right. Got that threaded there. Now, you can wipe off some of the excess oil here. Next, we gotta have power. So, we're gonna take the cord here. So we've unwrapped our power cord, and the switch cord has to be plugged into the back of the motor. That end solid. Just plug it into the wall. We've got power. Okay. So it's a good idea to check the motor speed, and so we're going to hold down on this button here till 5.0 shows up. We're going to go to 5.3 and then down, and it's at 20, so that's pretty fast. We're going to bring it down, especially if you're starting out at 4. It'll go all the way to 2 is the lowest speed. And so I'm going to put our practice piece in here, hold our threads, and take off stitching right there. Thanks for stopping by. We hope you like these videos. We're really impressed with the Cobra 5550 boot top stitching machine. It's a really smooth running machine. It makes a really pretty stitch. One of the other things that I really like about this machine versus some of the other boot top stitching machines that are out there from different companies is it has a large bobbin. So that means that you don't have to change the bobbin. It's almost twice the size of most bobbins in top stitching machines. They're a really great machine. It's what we use for our boot making classes, and we stitch our boot tops with them. Hope you like it. If you have any questions, if you're interested in one, don't hesitate to give us a call or email us. We have these machines for sale on our website, and we'll see you next time. Oh, look at that. Alden School of Leather Trades. Send this postcard in for 20% off your next class. So if you happen to buy a Leather Machine Co. sewing machine, you can check out our website, see what we offer. And if you buy one and fill this card out and send it to us, you'll get 20% off your next class with us. So something to think about. Are you ready to go home, Mabel? Yeah. Pretty tired. It's been a long day.